Swords, ninjas, action. What could possibly go wrong? So I was at my local Hastings the other day, and if you don't know what Hastings is, it's a video rental slash buy slash book buy. It's kind of got a little bit of everything there. But usually when I go there, I look at the video games. They have a nice selection there. So when I was kind of perusing their games that they had, I came across Ninja Gaiden 3. Now, I haven't played it, and I hadn't really heard anything about it, but I did actually have this one here, which is Ninja Gaiden Sigma, and it was hard. I kind of gave up about halfway through it because it was just kick my ass too hard, and I didn't care for that. I mean, I play the games to have fun. I play them to relax, not get my blood pressure built up. So, when I saw Ninja Gaiden 3, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, okay, is this going to be another kick your ass game? So, while I was there at Hastings, I got on my phone and I looked up a real quick review on it, and the reviews were horrible. I was like, okay, why are the reviews so bad for this game? I mean, seriously, it got like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. And do you want to know why it was rated so bad? This is no lie. The reason it was rated so bad is because it was easier than the first one. Really? That's why it was rated down. Well, I guess what they say is true. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And when I found out that it was actually easier, I didn't hesitate. I picked it up. I went home. I played it. I enjoyed it. I guess you could say that the easier Ninja Gaiden for me was a better Ninja Gaiden for me because I was able to actually play through. I felt like a badass playing through. I got to use a sword. I got to use claws. I don't have any claws, but I got to use a sickle, and I don't have a sickle either. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And right now I kind of want to walk you through a bit of it and kind of, you know, give you an idea of if it's good or bad. I think it's good. I'll let you decide.
Call me Ishigami.
Ministry of Defense. External Affairs.
A special agency within the ministry. Think of us like you ninja.
And?
She will provide you with the details.
Ninja Gaiden 3, which was released in 2012 and not to be confused with the ancient Ship of Doom on the Nintendo Entertainment System, begins with Ryu Hayabusa receiving a visit from Japan's Self-Defense Force. It seems that terrorists have struck in London, and one of their demands is for Ryu to meet them there. Now, not one to shirk such a challenge, our favorite ninja agrees to head for London in order to A. rough up some baddies, and B. save the day. Such is the life of a ninja.
Bring us Ryu Hayabusa!
Hayabusa, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All civilians have been evacuated. Any armed soldiers down there are fair game.
The hostages are in the Prime Minister's residence, right?
Yes, I'll monitor the situation and guide you from the air.
Now for what it's worth,
Be careful
being a
how you
ninja is apparently pretty awesome. Not only can you leap from tall buildings and land completely unscathed, but you also have the ability to ram your katana through the guts of terrorists while doing so. Now how's that for badassery? Anyway, in the version I got, you start with 3 weapons. Your Dragon Katana, Ninja's Claws known as Falcon's Talons, and the Eclipse Scythe. Personally, my favorite weapon of the bunch is the Scythe. It's a little slower than the other 2, but it hits multiple enemies and it hits hard. A combination that I found really difficult to pass up. Once you actually begin combat, you'll notice that this is by no means a one-on-one affair. Nope, it's you versus a horde of henchmen who are hell-bent on seeing you dead. Now the square button will initiate a light, fast attack, and triangle is for hard and heavy attacks. You can jump with the X button, or perform a sliding attack with the L1 and X button. L1 by itself functions as your guard, which can be pretty important when getting attacked from multiple enemies. There's also a list of combos which you can bring up with the select button, so you can always be assured the most painful deaths for your adversaries is only a quick reference button away. Speaking of painful deaths, you have a Nepo attack that, once your key meter is filled by either giving or receiving damage, releases a mighty dragon that devours all enemies on screen, while simultaneously restoring life to Ryu. The dragon giveth, and the dragon taketh away. Kinda glad he's on our side. Also in your arsenal is the ultimate technique. When your weapon, or later cursed arm, glows red, pressing and holding triangle a second before releasing will inflict a powerful attack that has you jumping from enemy to enemy as you quickly eviscerate them. So now that you have an idea of what you can do in the field of battle, let's take a closer look at the terrorist organization. The Lords of Alchemy are led by a guy in a mask who, fittingly, goes by the moniker Regent of the Mask.
Who are you?
The Regent of the Mask isn't the nicest guy in the world. You can probably deduce this from the fact that he leads a terrorist organization whose goal is, what else? Global domination. Earlier I mentioned Ryu's cursed arm. Well, after a short standoff with the Regent of the Mask, he applies a curse known as the Grip of Murder, which absorbs the Dragon Blade into Ryu's arm and starts a visible chain reaction that slowly begins killing our ninja hero.
Open your eyes, Ryu Hayabusa!
Now that he has your attention, and the attention of the whole world, Mr. Mask makes the demand that all the nations surrender to his authority or face annihilation. Giving the planet 7 days to bow to his wishes, Ryu now has to both find a way to remove the curse before it kills him, and save the world from a madman. All in a day's work for a ninja, right?
You have 7 days. Exactly the number of days it took God to create.
So ultimately what we have here is a straightforward action-based hack-and-slash adventure that has little in the way of options compared with Sigma, and the difficulty is dialed down a bit as well. Multiple ways to regain health, your Ninpo and Hawk save points for example, plus HP refills at the end of every wave of enemies ensures that those of us with less than amazing ninja skills will actually survive to fight another day. All in all, I really liked this game. It has a story that was engaging and plenty of action for those who crave it. Ryu is shown to have a human side as well, and though some didn't care for that, I think it seriously added something to his character. I mean, no one can be a badass all the time. And even when he's being nice to little girls offering him paper ninja stars, Ryu still manages to be really cool, so haters can just go play something else.
Thanks, Connor.
So, is this game worth your time? That depends on how you feel about difficult games. If story is more important to you than bashing your face into your controller in frustration, then yes, this could very well be a game to take a look at. for $20 or less. It's a good time. And playing the role of a ninja like Ryu Hayabusa, with some of the insane difficulty removed, is a win-win proposition in my book. As always, thanks for watching, fellow gamers, and I hope to see you again soon.